not sure if we've done that one before.
I don't think I've ever heard that.
I feel like that's
what is that in reference to?
that is
all of it.
that is Jabba eating a Tusken Raider, I think. I love it. Welcome back to the Star Wars Guys podcast. Thanks for tuning in. If you're listening, wherever you can listen to podcasts, there's tons of places now. Do you remember back then we were like, you can listen on here or on here. Now it's just wherever podcasts are found and listened to. Or if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We are your hosts as always. Welcome. I am Mike. This is Nate.
Hello
and
there.
You know him well. Uncle. I think and you know him well has to be merch.
Is that a thing?
It has
gotta
to
be.
Is that something?
It has to be a thing. Is this something? Is this
I think it's
anything?
something
I think
between
this
Is that
us.
something?
Yes. It's the
I like it.
imagine just close your eyes
man.
for a second. I don't know if it's next year, if it's the year after, if it's 10 years from now. We're at Star Wars Celebration.
I was going to say, Kathy Kennedy's on the podcast.
We are walking by
well.
we're walking by someone who asked for a picture with
Getting
us.
chills.
And the shirt says you know him well. on the back it's just
it's Daisy
an
Ridley.
actual picture
Can I
of
get a picture?
Uncle
Can I get a picture?
in the
I'm waiting.
robe. It's Uncle in the
waiting.
robe from
Throw
the
a picture.
first ever live video cast that we did, where Uncle
That's
was like, "Am I
awesome.
overdressed?" And that's when it started right there.
So good.
That's it. Well,
That'd
thank
be
you
awesome.
thank you for tuning in to tonight's podcast. We got a fun one. It's Andor season. That's one of the things that's up. That's coming
It's
up.
summer.
That is.
We have
fall,
summer, fall,
Andor.
Andor. Some people say autumn. I pronounce it
Autumn?
Andor.
It's
Andor.
now
Um,
Mando, Boba Fett, and now it's Andor
Our seasons
season.
are marked by the
Yeah.
shows.
And sometimes they overlap with Bad
we
Batch.
can have a Bad Batch or an Ahsoka season next
Yeah,
year.
That's true. And Bad Batch sometimes in the spring, because sometimes I expect Bad Batch in the spring, and I go, it's a little springy, it's a little Bad Batch, and then sometimes I
If he
think of
sees his shadow,
It's
6 more
another
weeks
6
of
more
Bad
weeks.
Batch.
Bad Batch is the crown is Punxsutawney Phil. That's Bad Batch.
Oh, it just keeps
So
getting
that
pushed
reference there is based on the fact that we're not really sure. Bad Batch, I think, last we've heard. I heard it went back on the Disney website that now
And
says
then-
September 28th, and
It
then
did.
it went off.
Although,
Went off, and then maybe it
Yeah.
came back on, but then what were we going to say?
I was going to say
Tomorrow.
on Disney Plus, Disney Plus has a new category now that says, like, coming soon or releasing soon.
Yep.
And it's all projects that are coming soon. Bad Batch is on there, but it's one that does not have a date. It just says
Oh.
coming
It
soon.
no longer has a date. So
On Disney Plus. No date. Says coming soon.
I've always this is leading into our podcast tonight, because tonight we're kind of revisiting the future. We did an episode months back about the future of Star Wars and some things that are around just around the bend, or maybe even a little bit further ahead. But tomorrow is Disney Plus Day, leading into D23, the big Disney convention that's going on this weekend. So we, along with a lot of other people, suspect that there will be a number of we can almost guarantee there will be some Star Wars news, some announcements. Now, where people have gone astray, have been incorrect in the past is maybe the volume. Like volume, not the Jon Favreau volume that
I was
going to
say there's a new volume announcement.
but the amount.
What they're
sometimes,
gonna- how much.
sometimes we're like,
Yeah.
oh, we're going to get this and this and this.
Well,
and then
last
they're like,
year.
well,
a new movie.
Last year,
Last
everyone
year,
was
Disney
saying
Plus Day.
Kenobi trailer, and it didn't come.
and they waited for an investors meeting where they
You
dropped
know.
it.
I mean,
I'd
Yeah,
have to.
yeah.
We'll get into some specifics here, but that is so that's one of the things we're talking about is that Bad Batch might be pushed back. We'll find out. But as far as tonight's podcast, we're going to talk about what do we predict? What are some things we think we can expect? I should say we can kind of maybe lump in Disney Plus with this weekend. I was talking just a little precast about how I believe, because it is a convention, I do think they'll hold some of the announcements for the convention itself, just like they did the day one of Star Wars Celebration.
They
We
got
got a
the-
bunch of announcements, and then it
That's
kind of
right.
died down near the end of the day, and then a bunch of people were like, oh, is that it? And then they're like, no, that's day one.
Yeah.
Wait for the Mandalorian panel on Saturday, and then
Yeah.
there's a bunch more things. So,
there'll be
yeah,
stuff.
just overall, heading into it, we excited for tomorrow? How are we feeling?
Oh, yeah. Can't wait.
Headed this
I
weekend?
am with bated breath waiting for the live action trailer for Little Mermaid. Can't
Oh,
wait.
yes.
Oh,
Can we
yeah.
change the cast and talk about that?
I think
Yeah.
this is the
The
Little
Little
Mermaid
Mermaid
cast.
cast?
Because
For sure.
it's coming. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I want to hear
I wouldn't be surprised if they. I mean, that's
Yeah.
out there, right? Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
live
Oh, it's
action.
got to be.
It's been hanging around for a
It's
while.
been hanging
Yeah, yeah,
around.
yeah.
There's Little Mermaid. There's There's a number of
They
Disney.
already cast that one. I thought.
I thought they
I'm just kidding, but
I
Disney,
do believe they cast.
I do other shows.
I think they
besides
announced
Star
that,
Wars.
though.
I think.
Yeah,
I think.
This is
On
only
Disney Plus Day? No way.
only in our Star Wars bubble that we live in, where Star Wars was
Only-
recently acquired by the mega
Yeah,
company
right.
that is Disney. Do we go Disney Day? So
Let's
it's got to
see.
be just Star Wars and
Gotta
Marvel.
be Andor. Gotta be
Has to be
Star Wars and
stuff
Marvel,
on,
not the
Marvel.
bread and butter
Has
that they
to
built
be.
the company on, the animation. But someone
Yeah.
clip out all of us going, "Go on and kiss day, girl." Wow, wow. Sha-la-la-la. This is off the rails. Nate,
Love it.
excited? How excited are we for?
Yeah, man. You got
Real
the
excited.
shirt
Well,
on.
if we're lumping, yeah. I got the Andor shirt on. Got to
Like
rep
it.
it. Got to rep it. I mean, I think we'll get maybe a little more, another snippet of some Andor.
Oh, are we
stuff.
going into specifics now?
I think so.
I was just saying overall thoughts. Are we
All right.
excited?
Oh,
'Cause
I'm
if
diving
we're diving in. We're diving in.
I'm diving in. We're getting.
Leave it for the guy with the Andor
I
shirt to
mean,
bring
yeah,
up
that's
Andor.
okay.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not
Lead.
biased at
You
all.
can lead.
No. They're not paying me to say this.
Kathy, where's my shirt? Kathy Kennedy's shipping the shirts out.
Quick,
Oh, man.
shirt. Quick, George, put another one.
Send them more cases.
Get the carrot
John,
over here.
Johnny Favreau, come here. Yeah, that's because McClunky means curtain. Oh, sorry,
It's
but
'cause- just print it.
Yep.
No, I think we'll get maybe another teaser for Andor. Not anything.
Andor's
Crazy
just
new
we're
stuff,
looking
but
2 weeks.
When
2
was
weeks
the
from
last
today.
trailer? Because it's been
A couple weeks.
Oh,
I mean, they've posted some snippets on like social media, but actual like
Actual
trailer
trailer.
release. Been a
weeks
couple
ago?
weeks, right? So I think we'll get.
We're
another
only
one.
2 weeks
been-
away from the actual release, so I kind of wonder
know.
how much more we'll get.
Man, don't
I
know.
think we will get. Are we tying this? Wait, did you say tie this in with D23?
Are we voting yet? Or, okay.
Yeah, you
nah.
mean? I mean, you don't have to unless we want to do
Like,
that.
this is
our
for Disney
podcast.
Plus Day
we
and
can do
D23.
whatever we want. No. Unlimited power.
So either Disney Plus Day or
what do we think is coming this weekend? Yeah, I don't think that we would be like, dang, we were so wrong. We thought this is going to be
Okay.
announced. We
I
thought an
would-
Ahsoka trailer was coming this weekend, but it actually came
Then in
on
that case, I have a
Thursday.
lot of
Right.
predictions.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what the whole episode's about. That's what we're
Yeah.
talking. That's what we're going to discuss.
In that case,
Andor, Andor.
in that case,
something?
I have a lot of.
I have some
predictions.
Andor
Good.
asks.
Ooh.
Andor asks.
Andor.
I like it.
Andor
Andor
asks
assumptions?
and
Andor
Andor asks and Andor answers.
Andor answers.
Andor answers. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
I think it'll be this and or. No,
Or
That's his favorite
that's all.
joke.
I've used that a few times.
Would
on the
you
podcast.
rather?
Get ready- Get ready for that.
No, I think we'll get some Andor stuff. Maybe another trailer. I think.
And we can get specific. Let's
We
make some
will
bold
get- all right, here we
predictions
go.
here.
Here we go. This is what
We
we're
have
getting.
some
guaranteed.
Andor
Put it in the book.
anticipation building.
Listen, put this in the books.
Oh,
Oh,
We're getting
yeah,
this.
I don't. I didn't-
Guaranteed.
I didn't-
Find
Where-
the book.
where
If you
are
don't
the
have
books?
a book, buy one.
Where's the book?
Where's the book?
Put this in the books. We're finally gonna get the Mando season 3 footage that
Oh,
was
that was-
released
yeah.
at what was it on
Celebration.
Celebration?
Yeah.
We are the only
We'll
3
finally get
individuals
that.
who have held out from watching.
I'm not watching it.
I've
not
had
watching
I've
it.
had people send it to me. I've had people say this is a 4K version of it,
Nope.
and I look and the account's not posted by Star Wars, and so
Okay.
I said
Ah.
until they
Can't
want
do
me
it.
to see it, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, I'm not struggling. I feel like we have a lot of Star Wars, which is great. I'm not sitting
Right.
here going like, there's not enough Star Wars for me to consume at the moment. Like
I need to watch
I'm
something.
still
Yeah.
I'm still recovering from the roller coaster that was Obi-Wan. And roller coaster in a good way.
Right.
The emotional roller coaster that is Obi-Wan. I'm getting ready for Andor.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that that's a good. Wait, are we going old school and going
You-
yay or nay?
I just had a thought. Yeah. What are we doing?
Wait, what's the thought
It's
first?
unrelated.
Let's just move
Let's hear
on.
It
this
was
thought.
related, but not. They pushed back Andor because of Lord of the Rings.
They want to
right?
why
Well,
not?
weren't we supposed to get an earlier release?
there was
I
an
don't know.
earlier
Yeah,
release.
yeah, there was.
And I think they moved it because we didn't want
It was supposed to be
compete?
August 31st.
bang, which was a day of
And
right around the same because
because
And
Rings was September
Rings of,
2nd.
Rings of Power is September 2nd.
I mean, we don't want to.
we had September. Yeah.
The Mouse and Bezos going at it.
There's
Yeah.
and there was HBO for the Game of Thrones
Game of
show
Thrones,
with
right.
Lord of the Rings, and
Let's just
Disney's like, we are big, but we don't need to invite.
let's all
We don't need to invite
share the
limited
stream.
viewership.
share the
We can
streaming
just-
pie.
yeah. That's one of the unfortunate reasons why I think that a casualty of this time period that this is coming out in is why Bad Batch
Yeah.
Which I'm actually okay with, as much as I love Bad Batch.
I want it to have its place.
I don't want it to feel like it's swept
Right.
under the rug, because
No.
I really loved season 1 of
I
Bad
do.
Batch, and I
yeah.
think that in typical Filoni animation fashion,
Man.
usually season 2 explodes and expands.
Yeah.
And gets, I mean, shoot, even Mando season 1, which I love Mando season 1 and season 2. Season 1's kind of contained,
Yeah.
and season 2 explodes.
He's
It
got
feels like a
bigger.
lot of that's coming with
Yeah.
Bad Batch, so I would like to not just be like, oh gosh, I'm watching Andor, we're doing the podcast.
Oh, Bad Batch.
I'm a couple episodes like
Yeah.
I would never want to fall behind on a
No,
Star Wars
uh-uh.
project ever.
No, nor will we.
Nor will we.
Nor will we. No, I will quit my job before I hear that. If my boss is watching, I will not quit my job.
I would come in today. However, I'm behind.
However, I'm behind
On Bad
what?
Batch
Bad
and
Batch.
Andor.
We watched Kenobi at the office.
Watch Kenobi at the office.
You guys
Last-
go to movies and
Nate's
stuff.
office.
They're
Nate's
like, go to
office.
the, what are you doing today? We're going to go see,
Top Gun.
Yeah.
Gun.
Top Gun.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, what do you guys have? You have
we
a big,
rented out the theater.
Rented out the theater.
What's your? You have a big merger on Thursday? Yeah, we're merging with the other people in our company to go see Thor.
Go see Thor.
It's not a merger in my book.
Well, you
that's
gotta
a
love
that's
it.
a
Listen,
a
tomorrow,
night out.
tomorrow's fantasy draft day. I mean, we got a lot going on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, first
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
That's
No,
great.
but definitely getting some Mando footage for sure.
Is it a vote?
I'm
We
guaranteeing it. I'm guaranteeing
Okay, so
it.
what are we're voting yes
so
or no?
anyone who's new to
Mando
the podcast,
tomorrow. Okay.
we give a
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
With this, our scale, our voting system is based on
Gladiator.
Is this based on Commodus from Gladiator,
Commodus.
who
That's right.
says whether they
Yes.
live or die, and
Right.
this is us whether we are all in on the bet or we
Commodus.
think it's down. Which, by the way, Commodus, Joaquin Phoenix, one of the great
Oh,
villainous
man.
performances
Fantastic.
of all time.
Yeah.
Little side note. That's for our
It's a great
that's for
tie-in.
our Ridley cast. This is for our,
It's a great tie-in for tomorrow because Love and Thunder's coming. You got,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you got Crow. I call
That's
him
true.
Crow.
Is that
Crow.
We
We
go.
call him Crow.
I
Well,
call
you've known
him
him long
Crow.
enough that he says enough with the
If
full
he texts
name.
me one more
Just
time,
Have you
today,
seen that
I'm
yet?
gonna lose it. No, I haven't.
Wait, that comes out tomorrow?
That's
Tomorrow.
wild.
I haven't seen it yet either.
But
I'm so
Pinocchio's
behind
at the
on
top
Marvel.
of my list, though. I mean,
Oh
What'd you
yeah,
say?
Tom Hanks.
Pinocchio.
Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah,
I wanna see
Pinocchio.
that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see them both.
Well,
All right.
What
So
are we
we are
voting?
all this
thumbs
is the,
up or thumbs down.
Mando.
We're getting the Mando footage from
the official release.
Celebration official release tomorrow.
tomorrow.
3,
Or well, this weekend. So tomorrow or
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
boom.
Oh, I like it.
I would
Two
like
against
to.
one.
Any
Two
reason
against
why?
one.
Do you just
I
think
would
they'll
like
hold out?
to. I don't think it's going to be tomorrow or this weekend.
Ooh.
Because
Mando's not coming
Never.
until February.
Never.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Because
It's supposed to not come
if
until
you had
February,
said,
Mando
if
now.
you had said,
Oh.
So that's
yeah.
why.
What about this then?
Oh.
So if you don't think that, what about
Well, if I lost you on that
if
one,
I lost
here's
you on that
another
Let
one?
me
If I
ask you
lost
that
you on
by
this one,
asking
what about Tales of the Jedi footage that was also shown at Celebration?
Be careful. If you vote down, he's going to ask us Ahsoka footage.
That's true.
It's everything
Ahsoka
for
footage.
Celebration.
shown
I would
at
like to vote
Celebration.
on that too.
Yeah.
No, I would love to see it. I'm just not sure if it's going to be.
Any
Yeah.
of
They
them.
may be holding it closer.
They also
the
might.
chest.
Mando is such a big flag in the ground for
Right.
Disney Plus in general. It's what really launched Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
That they might do that on a separate day,
It might.
just for like a big, just to get its own, so it doesn't get grouped together.
Yeah.
Or it could be like they could be just reading, the audience about. A lot of people have seen this already. Let's finally
Right.
put this out for those brave souls who have held out.
That's what I thought it was.
It's going to be a
That's what I'm
tough
thinking.
climb. Mando's going to have when you start out and there's no expectation and it's just a show.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's kind of small. The stories. We
Start
talked
very
about
small.
that video
Yeah.
game, like single person driven.
Mission
And
based.
then you start introducing Kenobi and now Andor's going to be vast. I think Andor's going to
Andor's
feel
gonna be
more
huge.
like Rings of Power in the scope.
Yes.
It's going to be other
I
worlds.
can't. The closer Andor comes,
I
the
can't
more
wait,
and more
man.
excited I get for it.
That's
I just
awesome.
rewatched Rogue One too the other day. It's so good.
Can't
It's
wait.
so
Again,
good.
Tony Gilroy, the showrunner, who's the one who came in and finished the directing for
Yeah.
Rogue One because there was a change of director in the middle. He said the scope of this show is enormous.
And
Over 200, like over 100
named.
Yeah, it's like 200 named characters and like 90 or 100 speaking characters. Named
Oh,
speaking
my
characters
goodness.
in the show.
Because they already have 2 seasons, or they're
Yeah. They
Yeah.
already have the whole
Written.
thing Like
Oh,
I don't know if they're all
man.
season 2 is filmed yet, but they have the whole idea of like this is
They've
what we're
already
doing,
announced
Here's the
even,
story
yeah.
we're telling.
All right. Well,
Here's how many
season
episodes
1
there are.
covers. I think they said season 1 covers 1 year, and then season 2 covers like the remaining 4 years or 5 years leading up to Rogue One. Because I think this starts
Yeah.
6 years before Rogue One,
yeah.
and that they
Also-
said that the 12. Oh, maybe it is 4 years because the remaining 12 it's like 3 episode arcs or something like that
Yeah.
leading
Man.
into
Yeah.
the start
And-
of Rogue One.
And I know we've talked about this before, but rewatching Rogue One with this kind of scope in mind too, Cassian Andor is vicious.
Oh, that's what this show.
He's ruthless, and I think they're going to touch on that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they're going to hold back. I mean, in Rogue One, someone gives him the information, and he just like kills him and just moves
We
on.
need a scoundrel. We haven't had one, a real scoundrel.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Scoundrel hero since like Han, I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like a full on just like
Shoot first.
a full on.
Yeah.
You're supposed to ask: Is this a good guy or a bad
Right,
guy?
Yeah.
Like, I like that. One thing we've talked about on this podcast a lot. I really like the different shows that have come out, live action Disney Plus stuff, and I like that they are going in different directions with different feels. I love that Obi-Wan felt different than Mando.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the most similar probably feel, even though it was a little different, is
Boba.
that Book of Boba Fett
Boba Fett.
felt similar, shot similar to Mando because it's a
Did.
spin-off kind of that universe where then Obi-Wan felt a little bit different. This feels like it might be the most different from all of that, which again is going to make it, I think, feel cinematic because it is, from what we've
Mhm.
heard, the majority of this is shot on location, is not shot in the volume, and,
Yep.
and you can tell the practical effects and real sets.
Yeah.
One quote, I can't remember which actor said it. This was going around. I actually heard this earlier today about there's some Genevieve O'Reilly interviews who plays Mon Mothma, who was talking
Yeah.
about Mon Mothma and how she's excited. I love how much Mon Mothma looks like we're
I
going to
think
get.
that's great.
But talking about like the tough life and the tough decisions that these characters have had to go through because the rebellion is not clean.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if the quote was from her or if it was from another actor talking about it, but maybe it was Tony Gilroy, the showrunner. Someone said that this show, they meant it in a positive way. They said this is probably the least fun of the Star Wars shows that have come out so far. And they meant that in a way of like, I mean, when I'm watching Rogue
Yeah.
One, there are certainly elements about it that are fun, but it is the most warlike movie of
It
probably
is.
any that we've
Yeah.
seen. I mean, the
Yeah.
main cast all dies at the end.
Right.
Spoiler alert!
Wait,
If you're watching the Star
what?
Wars, if you're watching our Star Wars podcast,
Yeah.
you've probably at least seen the movies.
yeah.
But in the show, I like the idea that it is.
Yeah.
I think sometimes the terms like gritty or dark are sometimes overused because like people are a lot of times be like, well, Marvel's jokey, but DC's gritty and dark, and just because something's gritty and dark doesn't mean it's good.
Right.
But this feels like it's really grounded in real characters, real people, real
Put
like
yourself in their shoes
oppression,
type of-
empire's got its
Yeah.
boot on the
Yeah.
on the throat of the individuals, and like really getting down and dirty of seeing that, just like, I mean, Saving Private Ryan, any war movie or just war in general,
Mm-hmm.
there are things on both sides that you're like, that's horrible that unfortunately in war things come to that. It's not always like, well, this was great, no one got injured.
There's
no
going
one
to be
did
hard
anything
calls.
questionable.
There's going to be
hard
tough calls. Yeah.
So that's a long-winded answer of saying I'm really excited for Andor. I don't know how I got on that other than
Me
Andor's
too.
coming up. But
No.
very excited.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Yeah.
Brilliant spit.
And I
What
think
is
that's
she proposing?
Can't help it. So great.
How's that not the quote? That'd have been the perfect one to
That
start
should have
with.
been for
That
this
would've
one.
been.
Maybe we're saving that for the
That
week
would
that
be the
Andor
good-
comes out.
Instead, we went Sand People.
It's perfect.
Mm.
It's all right.
That's
Because,
good.
just like Mando had a whole Luke episode, I heard Andor has an entire sand person episode where nobody speaks.
Oh, I
That's
like
the whole
that.
thing.
I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, it's a
I
good
can see
arc.
that.
It's a good arc too.
It's
They
that-
say
but
they say it's the best episode of the
Lumpy's on there.
well. Yeah. Well,
It's
here's
the
the
best
thing.
episode
Lumpy,
of the
Lumpy.
entire
It's
season.
here's the thing. What I've heard about the Sand people, the Tusken episode, is that this is what's really groundbreaking. Is it's shot from the perspective of the banthas.
The Banthas.
So the whole time it's just it's a
yeah.
real seasick sort of a vibe that we're gonna be just real slow.
The pace is more
We hear
plotting.
we hear like fire and but it
Right.
takes like 30 seconds at least to adjust and get over to see what's going on to the
Why
side.
didn't they put beds on top of those things, man?
Yeah,
be
seriously.
nice.
Bed and a little canopy and just take a nap and then just
Like, why are you
put
not
'em in the
pitching
right
tents on top
direction.
of these things?
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, I think there's a good use for a bantha out
There
there.
is.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, what else is on the vote? We just hit on a couple. Do we think that Ahsoka? So I actually leading into
Make
this.
some notes.
I think ooh,
I took
Ahsoka
a
tomorrow?
screenshot. Wait. I took a screenshot
Whoa.
of the Star Wars Celebration announcements. So of the Star Wars Celebration announcements, along with the dates or information that are given. Now, some of these I look at these and I'm like, wow, that was only a few months ago. These dates are going to shift.
these dates are already
There
There's
are
already
yeah.
some that like we're running a little bit out of time on some of these to
Yep.
get in by
Yep.
some of these deadlines. But the reason I bring that up, I'll be referencing this page I've got on my phone here a few times tonight. But for Ahsoka, at the time it was filming now, coming 2023.
Ooh.
It didn't have a date. Do we think one of the things? Do we think we'll get an Ahsoka date? Or like coming in the fall, 2023.
With how lenient they are,
or do we
on
think that we'll get
dates,
the footage as well?
with
Because the
how-
footage
yeah.
was they showed the footage at Celebration, but we have not seen
Yeah,
that
true.
as well.
Right.
with how lenient Disney has become on their Star Wars dates. I think we're more likely to get dates, and then won't come true. Like I think
Debbie Downer over
no,
there.
like
Oh
I
my
think they'll
goodness.
give a date.
Wah.
I think they'll give a. I mean, they're over for the last 5.
Right.
Wow, this guy. He's
They
really,
are.
Wow.
I'm just saying that.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Wow,
I'm
this
just
guy.
spitting the facts.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're over 5. Over 5.
Off of five. Great five.
Get the dates right.
Well, Jerry, they're going up against Rings of
Dang.
Power. You know, giddy up. I don't know.
No, they've. I think we could get dates, but I mean, we mentioned this
Yeah,
before.
they're-
Take it
the
with a
dates
grain
are-
of salt. I mean, it's
The dates are malleable.
true.
The dates have been
take it with
So
a grain
what
of
do-
salt.
ever changing.
So yeah, I think
future
we'll get
of
dates.
are.
I think
So,
we'll get dates on some stuff.
Remind me. First Mando was fall. Mando season 2 was that fall?
fall again,
Fall
I believe.
again, but a little bit earlier, I think.
Boba was what?
Boba was December.
December.
Right. So
Yep.
first Mando was like October. Second Mando was like September.
Yeah, it was
Right.
earlier because then
Yes.
So if I
Yep.
had to predict, I would say season 3 Mando is fall next year. Right?
season 3. Oh wait, season 3 Mando. They've
Did they already
that's
say?
what I announced is February.
Is it?
So that's
February.
February. So that would mean they're going to switch. That would mean we would have to be Ahsoka.
Yeah, on
would
here it
come.
says coming
After.
February
February.
2023 is
So
one
then
of the
I would
specific
say
ones I have.
Ahsoka would be.
So it could be after that, like in the fall.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then I might not be opposed to Mando footage something
'Cause
tomorrow.
I do believe that as far
Because
as
it
live
is-
action,
It is the
aside from
after
Andor,
it is the next
Mando
one.
is the and I believe they've already finished filming that, and because Favreau's already said he started writing season 4 already.
Yeah. I
Um,
think.
We might then.
I think we get.
I was
get
thinking that
Mando
was
footage.
switched. I
I
was
think
thinking we had
Ahsoka first.
Ahsoka was coming first.
Yeah, I think initially
I think we
they were
get Mando
talking like
footage. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
I think initially it was rumored because we were getting a lot of Ahsoka
Yeah.
like leaks and announcements and
Well,
stuff
like
going
like
far
Hayden
back.
Christensen being in it and things like that.
Yeah.
Those things were coming out well before Obi-Wan even started
Yeah.
airing.
Yeah.
But now they've
already shot
announced
stuff and shown footage
of Mando and Ahsoka.
and Ahsoka.
They did both of those at Celebration.
So they're pretty
Yeah.
far along now on those.
They're far along. I think Mando was done filming and maybe it was in the editing process at the time of Celebration.
Yeah.
And I know Ahsoka was still filming. They had just started filming just a couple weeks ago because at the time, a couple weeks prior, because I remember people who like insiders, they're like, "Wow, we're really impressed that they went to the lengths of putting together this footage reel already
Mhm.
in just a few weeks and getting that footage for
Mhm.
Celebration so they could see it."
Wait a second.
Um,
I'm gonna go more bold with my Mando prediction.
Ooh, okay.
Are we gonna have to vote on this?
We get the first episode. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That
I
was
think
a-
we will get a
it premieres.
Wow.
The season
It's
starts
actually
I
tomorrow.
think I think we'll get a full Mando. I don't know what they showed at Celebration, so I don't know if it was a full trailer or a little teaser. I think we'll get a full. I think we'll get more than what they showed at Celebration. Put it that way.
Ooh. So not just finally
I think people
releasing
at
the footage.
Celebration will look at it and be like, they won't be. Oh, that's the same thing I already saw.
I would
Because then they don't
lean-
get rewarded.
I would lean towards that, something
A little more.
that Celebration got that because you were there, but something else.
Yeah. Like, I think they'll be like, oh, that's what we saw, but now this is a little bit
This
more
is-
than what we
yeah,
saw.
I
So
can
see
they're
that.
still getting rewarded for.
It's good for both.
Tuning
it
in.
fills
See that.
us in who have not seen the Celebration footage, but it's not. Oh, anticipation! I was at
It's
Celebration.
like, oh, that
No,
was the
it's
same
exact
thing.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
So I think it'll
I
be
can see
more
that.
than what
Extended
they
view, extended look.
shared at Celebration.
I like that.
On
That's what I
Disney
think.
Plus. On Disney Plus.
Wait, are you
On
talking about
Disney
for
Plus.
Mando or for Ahsoka or for both?
I'm talking about for Mando.
Mando.
Ahsoka, I think they could show some of that stuff that they already showed, or maybe even hold off. I think Mando for sure, though.
Well, here's the thing. When did they put up the Andor? When did that appear on Disney Plus? How many months ago?
It's a good
Oh,
question.
yeah.
Bad Batch. How many months ago? Because if we go Andor, then the next two,
Hmm.
do they or does that appear after we start one of them? I
Wait,
don't
so
know.
which one are you asking about?
Well, we got Andor and Bad Batch coming.
Andor and Bad
But
Batch,
then I
yeah.
guess chronologically next would be Mando.
It'd be Mando and then
then-
Ahsoka.
and Ahsoka. So how long before
Or whenever Tales of the Jedi too come out.
or whenever that is, that might actually be sneaking in there.
That could be.
It's always hard to judge animation. One, animation takes a lot longer than people know to make.
Mhm.
I know, like Filoni has said, like we're always multiple years ahead with animation
Yeah.
stuff because it takes a long time to
Oh,
to,
yeah.
to do a lot of that stuff. So it'll be
Especially with how much
interesting to see.
it's going into some of their animation now with like motion capture and stuff,
True.
and then going back and editing over top of it.
There is only one Andy Serkis after all.
That's true.
Well, until Palpatine gets his hands on him.
Yeah, then there becomes a lot of them.
All Andy Serkises.
Right.
All
Um,
Snokes.
So some of the other things that were announced at Celebration, though, that this might be a good kind of guide for things that we can predict on. So at the time, it was Andor trailer was shown,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'd announced 2 seasons, 12 episodes, each August 31st. So obviously,
Right.
the thing that's varied there is that August 31st now switched to September 21st, 2 weeks
Mhm.
from now. We're excited about that. I think that makes sense to let that breathe a little bit. Then it was Mando Season 3 teaser trailer coming specifically February 2023 is what we just talked about there.
Okay.
And then for Ahsoka, currently filming, this was at the time of Celebration, coming 2023. Didn't say when.
Okay.
So people are assuming that if there's February and Andor's in the fall, Ahsoka's not going to be squeezed in before,
Right.
especially if it was still filming. So that I do think that the fall, late summer. I mean, if it's February and they go 8 to 10 weeks for
Mhm.
Mando, I think we're looking at could be August, maybe for Ahsoka. I think that makes
We're gonna
sense.
be overlap and stuff. I have to, right? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, if
Bad
if
Batch-
Bad Batch
Bad
is
Batch
really
doors.
coming out, then yeah, we definitely have to.
That's the hard thing with Bad Batch is
Right.
I'm like, is this going to be pushed like a whole year down the line? When is this going to be?
Yeah.
man.
Which is tough for a show that's already started. It's not like you're delaying it's
Exactly.
a show we've already gotten attached to and we really
Right.
like. So
Yeah.
hopefully that's coming.
I mean, they're gonna have to overlap.
Yeah.
And that's
Maybe-
great. Give it to me.
Yeah.
it to me.
Maybe Mando is February
Give it to
though, because we'll get like around November. We'll get some. Let me think. No, that'd be September and
Hmm.
November. Too much. September,
Mhm.
October, November. I was gonna say maybe right after Andor ends, Bad Batch would start, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Do you think we get any mention at all? Maybe not even a title, but any mention of
You're going film.
a film, any sort of talks at all?
Well,
do
here-
you think,
well, let's talk
do you think
about-
it's even brought up?
Well, let's talk about films. So, what are the films that are possibly in the works that we've heard of that have not been discounted so far? That have not
Like
been
rumored stuff? You mean?
Well, things that they've already even mentioned. They've already talked about.
Well, Rogue Squadron,
Rogue Squadron,
but
Taika-
that's now being rumored of maybe scrapped.
rumored, but they haven't
But
said
yeah.
that's scrapped. Taika Waititi
Mhm.
film,
Taika Waititi
which they
film.
supposedly said is the next film. They said that recently. Is
Yeah.
that would be that would be whenever the next film comes. They would like
Yeah.
to be the Taika film.
Mhm.
Kevin Feige's apparently attached to some film.
Yeah.
They announced that like a year ago. Obviously, Ryan Johnson trilogy hanging out there. That's not coming anytime soon, but that is something that's been out there.
Yeah.
But then there's also been some like new I know that there was at times rumors of like an Old Republic movie or an Origins of the Jedi movie, and wondering if that's attached to
what
one
is it,
of
Benioff
those.
and Weiss?
Well, that actually
I know that got
actually
scrapped.
scrapped.
I know that got scrapped, but the intention with that was supposed to be like Origins of the Jedi, Old Republic was the rumor behind that. So
I would think maybe not a movie because it is Disney Plus Day.
True.
So there would be, I would imagine the content's driving
Disney
to
Plus
the streaming.
Would it
service.
be potential though that at D23,
That's what I
which
was
is
thinking
later in
more
the
of.
weekend,
They could.
D23? Is there an
That
announcement for Taika? Maybe.
or
That could be.
do I say something that maybe is unpopular, or is there just no movie announcement coming anytime soon?
None.
Because there are so many.
Unpopular. Boo.
Not that they're not planning it. They're totally planning that
Yeah.
stuff right now.
Just not gonna say
But that
anything right
it's
now.
that the next movie's not coming for a couple years, maybe. Even.
Yeah.
So and we just talked through. We haven't even gotten to yet the Acolyte, which
Bunch of news that's come out recently with
bunch
that.
of more casting and based
yeah.
on timelines.
I
They
just
have
wonder
not.
if something might pop up because it's
Well,
still out there. There's
Well,
no
and then
date.
now based on Celebration, so here's another thing they talked about, which is John Watts' show, The Skeleton Crew, which is coming out.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I
the
want that,
Stranger
too.
Things
Forgot about
esque,
that.
which they announced at
That's-
Celebration coming 2023,
Right.
which is the same year as Mando, Ahsoka.
Ooh, do we get a trailer?
So it
of
sounds
that?
like Mando, Ahsoka. I don't think they would have footage of it yet. I wouldn't guess. Or it's maybe who knows.
How far
But
along
Mando,
it is.
Ahsoka, and then Skeleton Crew, and then maybe Acolyte
Oh,
is coming
man.
after that. I don't think a Lando
I don't think
show's
we see
happening
Acolyte
anytime soon
until
either. Acolyte,
at
I think
least
2024.
Yeah.
But it is interesting because they announced
Skeleton Crew,
it
I wouldn't be surprised to see something about that.
because they've already announced Jude
Yeah.
Law.
Well, here's
They've
the
announced
thing, right?
some cast from that.
So if you're thinking about Disney Plus, if you're trying to drive to the service, you want to try to hit different demos to try to get different people
Yeah.
excited about it.
Yeah.
So Tales of the Jedi hits a certain group, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bad Batch, I think they think hits a certain group. Andor would hit a slightly different group.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think Skeleton Crew might fit.
Yeah.
Might see that as a Bad Batch
Audience type of
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's interesting though because they've got Jude Law.
Oh,
They've got
really?
he's cast as the lead adult in it,
Yeah.
but apparently
Huh.
it's going to follow. That's why it was compared to Stranger Things. I think is that the main cast is going to be
Kids.
some younger
Right.
kids. This is the one they were specific about. It is a show about kids. It is not a kids show. Like
Yeah.
Stranger Things is not
Stranger
a kids
Things,
show.
Right.
Right.
It's a show about kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have some good news for you guys based
Ooh.
on what I wrote down in May.
Before you say that, real quick, just want to address the chat. Melody
Oh,
Dilly
yeah.
in the chat says, "Out of all of them, I'm most excited for Ahsoka." Yeah, Ahsoka's
Because
can't wait.
Ahsoka
Gonna be
slash
awesome.
because
Rebels,
Ahsoka. Let's be honest, Ahsoka's
Rebels
the goat.
2.0.
I mean,
What'd you say?
Ahsoka's the goat. Ahsoka's the
Ahsoka's
greatest
great.
of all time.
And Ahsoka's popping up all over. 3, 2, 1. I was gonna do
Ahsoka's
Tails
so
for
great.
Ahsoka.
Tails.
But I have great news for you guys. Great
Cool.
news. Based on what I wrote down in May, Tales of the Jedi Fall 2022. So that's probably already on.
It's
probably
on now.
airing right now.
tomorrow.
Wait,
Uh,
that's what the
That's
release.
what they said. So again, not to be a
Wait,
Debbie
wait.
Downer, some of these aren't happening.
Maybe that
anytime
does. Maybe
soon.
they do release the
Not
first
gonna make
episode
it.
tomorrow.
Surprise.
There's a surprise. Tales of the Jedi
New
is
show.
They're
on Disney Plus.
All episodes.
so here's where we get into a little bit of a logjam here.
What if they actually did that?
Listen to this though.
Tales of the Jedi, all released. Surprise, all released tomorrow.
all tomorrow.
wow.
That'd be nice.
I'd be mad.
It's supposed to only be a hand. It's
I
supposed
hate
to
That's
be.
my show. Why?
I
did
think
you
it's
do that?
supposed to only be like 4 or 6 episodes.
And
or
they're like
something.
short, right?
I think so.
So I could.
So
They
we'll
did that
see.
with Visions.
if
True.
They
any,
just put it all up there.
Oh,
if-
I've got Visions
that's true.
news on here too. Cause
Okay.
they
if
announced that
they
as
were
well.
to do that for anything, it probably would be Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Just because it's a shorter thing.
Could be.
Wow.
Could you
That'd be
imagine?
cool.
So, Tales of the
Now I'm
Jedi.
excited.
Sell subscriptions.
Tales of the Jedi, Fall 2022. We are currently sitting here in September.
It is now.
It is now. Could be tomorrow.
Mm.
It's
Um,
coming.
Here are some things we talked about.
You heard it here first.
We talked about the coming months being packed with just 20. If we're just talking 2023, in 2023, let's give the benefit of the doubt and say by 2023, if Tales of the Jedi and Bad Batch and obviously Andor have all aired, which that's squeezing in a lot right there.
Right.
If those have all aired, according to this schedule here on my phone,
Which is a good schedule.
That's it. It's a good schedule. I wrote this in a nice note here. We have Star Wars Visions Volume 2, Spring 2023, which is February is Mando Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
This is Spring 2023. We have Star Wars Visions Season 2, Volume 2.
Visions is so good. Give me
We
some
have
more of
Star
those.
Wars Young Jedi Adventures, which will follow younglings training during the High Republic era. Coming to Disney Plus. Wait for it. Spring 2023. Same
All right.
exact time they announced. We also have Taika Waititi's next Star Wars film, which they announced late 2023. I have written down
Wow.
that they had announced that. It is interesting now that we haven't. That according to Taika from like weeks ago, he said, "I didn't even start really writing."
They
this
made
thing,
that
but
announcement. Taika goes, "Yeah, I should probably figure out what I'm going to
Taika's
make
like,
that
"Oh
about."
yeah, I should." He was like, "Hey Natalie, you want to be in the Star Wars film?"
Star Wars-
I think part of that's. I think he's got
Yeah.
an idea for sure. They may even give us a title.
And then
They'll change it on us.
on here. John Watts' Skeleton Crew, 2023. They specifically said 2023. Ahsoka, 2023. And then Mando Season 3, February 2023. We've got like 8 different shows. That are
Well, they
coming in
announced
2023.
those in all in
announced those.
2023.
They announced these are all coming in
So
2023.
if they hit half of those, I think that'd be realistic.
Yeah.
That's possible.
That's pretty. Yeah.
That's so sad.
TikTok
We,
off the table.
I don't think.
There's no way we get the movie in 2023. I don't
No.
think.
So that's what I'm saying is I think that the movie is. It just feels like that might be. I'll.
Although Taika's
I
done
hate
with
to say
Thor
this.
now, so
True.
maybe
I-
he just dives all in.
But
with
a
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars movie takes a long time to
Mhm.
make.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be surprised. This might sound
If
down.
it goes straight to Disney Plus.
No. I would not be
The next
surprised
Star Wars movie
if a
doesn't even
Star
get
Wars
released.
movie is not
Right.
released until 2025.
5.
That's what I'm saying.
Can
I'm
we
not
all-
saying it's going
Can we all
to.
just
Let
boo
me throw
him?
this to
But I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised because the only reason I say that is based on the schedule we just had there.
Right.
Based on the schedule.
I mean,
You look at this schedule.
look at this schedule, it's
some of these
beautiful
projects.
schedule. And wait, what are we doing here with a schedule? Come on.
Excuse me,
Um,
you're disgusting. Beautiful schedule.
The
I missed that.
that was great.
So fun.
I mean, you look at this schedule.
Some of these sketches that I know.
Acolyte, we think is 2024. We think Acolyte's 2024.
Okay.
Taika could be 2024. I could see that. The
I
only
think
reason I
it'll
said
be
that is
2024.
Taika sounds like it's a less sure thing that his
Hey,
Star Wars
boys.
thing is the first movie
Yeah,
coming.
Will.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
But he,
probably
but
get
he
on
just
that.
kind of sounds like, oh, I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do with it.
Yeah, I should
Oh.
probably
He's
get
got
on
to go
that
back and
maybe.
watch the prequels, apparently. too.
Hey, Natalie. Hey, Natalie, you want to be in a Star Wars movie?
Patty Jenkins is like, really? Taika's going ahead of me? I had the whole
I
thing
was
about my
already
dad being a pilot and that whole thing that came out. Like, I could
Yeah,
do
dude.
it. but-
I don't know how.
That's a
I
COVID
I
casualty,
just,
man.
I got a
that
bad,
is
bad feeling
Not
about
bad.
this.
Can I ask a question unrelated
you
but
cannot
related?
ask a question.
Overruled.
Overrule.
When do we start our Avatar journey here? Is that this Christmas?
Yeah.
Because traditionally
I
Star
don't
Wars has
know.
been Christmas.
True.
Are we gonna? Are they?
'Cause it
gonna
was
try to step
initially
in
supposed to
between?
be-
Wait, they've already got
So you make a good
trailers
point.
out. Yeah, when
We're
does
not-
that come out?
It is this
I think
Christmas.
it's this year.
They were supposed to alternate
This
when it was
year.
announced.
Right.
It was supposed to alternate Avatar, Star Wars, Avatar,
They had-
Star Wars.
right.
So that's one of the reasons why I'd said instead of 2024 that if it gets bumped, it'd actually go 2025 for Star Wars.
Right.
Is because Avatar is done with its.
Yeah, ready to go.
Avatar's coming.
It's coming out this year, though.
this
It
year.
just kept
Which would
waiting
actually
and
mean
waiting and
Taika's
waiting.
movie would be on
Well,
track for
the
December
camera's just waiting for movie
2023.
theaters to open.
2023. We're saying if he's not ready for 2023, it's not bumping
That's
to
the
24.
window.
Because the next that's
Right.
when the next Avatar is coming.
Well,
It's
maybe it
supposed
does
to be
come in
alternating
2023.
Or they do a. I mean,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
can't they do a? I'd love an old Memorial Day. Memorial Day, old
Throw it
school
back.
launch. But
Yeah.
Throw it back to
they know the numbers. They
what's
know
hard
what's
now
best.
is what
Yeah.
has taken over Memorial Day is usually what the biggest Marvel film is that's coming. Is kind of where
Right.
they've kind of put their flag in December for
Yeah,
Star Wars, and
Star
then
Wars.
Mm-hmm.
the different usually whatever the biggest Marvel film is of the year usually
Yeah.
comes out around.
We're alternating Avatar
Spring, summer.
years. So
So
Taika
yeah.
better get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It's-
he should use my title. Jar Jar Rabbit would be
Jar Jar Rabbit. I like it.
fantastic.
I think that would. I guess
Jar
so.
Jar
I don't want to
Rabbit.
sound
Mando,
negative.
Love and Thunder.
I think they can get it done by 2023.
Yeah, he might be
I'm
already
just
working.
looking though.
They can. It'll just be low budget.
The only
He's
reason
probably
I'm
been
saying
going.
is
Just use the volume.
the only reason I'm saying that is I'm looking at the watch and going. Now again, times have changed. I don't think we're going to ever get the Force Awakens. The Force Awakens came out with its first trailer
Oh man, we're pat. Yeah, those days are.
13 or 14 months before the
They're
movie
not doing
came
that
out.
anymore.
They're not going to do that anymore.
There's
Of course,
Well,
that
well,
that
That was
movie
different. That was
was-
that was a
there's-
lead. That was 30, 40 years
There's
of
way
legacy
too
in
much
the making.
content now
Right.
that they're kicking out between all their projects to even do. I mean, Spider-Man came out with a trailer a month before it came out,
And it didn't hurt in the box office.
and it was the biggest movie of all time. So,
Yeah.
I think people are actually starting to they're realizing the anticipation like that is helping build up the everybody talking about.
Yeah.
it.
I think James Cameron should, before they do Avatar, I think he needs to buy Rotten Tomatoes.
I think you're right.
Just buy it.
Wait,
I think
James
so, too.
Cameron.
I
Has he
said
ever
Jeff Bezos should just buy it and then shut it down. That's what I would do.
After
So,
the Rings of
the
Power.
intentional
Buy it and
intentional
shut it
bombing.
down.
Hey,
of
look, the score's going up all of a sudden. Why is there only one movie on here?
There's a movie.
There's only one show on here.
Who are all these critics named Jeff B?
He can make bots that do good stuff.
It's
can't you?
Bezos, but he's got like a wig on and a mustache, and then like a nice, some nice mutton chops. It's just all just Jeff Bezos. It's all these different
It's John
fake.
Bezos. John Bezos, no relation. Parentheses.
That's the not. This is not getting
I would just
political
love it if
whatsoever.
just
But that
bought
reminded
it.
me of
They're
at the time
hilarious.
when Trump had left, when it was kicked off Twitter. There was a bunch of these hilarious fake accounts of it would be like Donald Dumpf or something, and it would be like Trump, but he'd have like a hat on and like a fake mustache, and it'd be like, "Hello, fellow citizens of Twitter," and it'd get like whoever would tweet from this account, it'd get like 1 million likes because it was just hilarious. And it was like the little French
fake
like
account.
skinny mustache, and it was just clearly
Man.
Trump's like presidential photo, but it was, it was like
So
that's
great.
Bezos with the fake reviews.
I would love it.
Hilarious. But yeah, I don't. James Cameron, has he ever come out with a movie that's made money?
He should try to make some big ones. I bet he could have some success.
That's
Maybe.
that guy's
Maybe.
got a lot of promise. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Yeah.
If
He'll
he
make
keeps with it.
If that's the thing.
That's
There's
the
a lot
thing.
of these
There's a lot of guys who got promise.
There's a lot of
He's
guys.
Start
But
out
is the
strong.
kid gonna make it?
Is he gonna make it?
Is he
That's
gonna
the
make
question.
it? That's the big
Well, is he
thing.
gonna make it,
You
and is
know.
he gonna follow through?
Yeah, most people.
He's
don't.
got 7 Avatar movies coming.
I just wish he'd take big swings. That guy.
yeah,
I don't think. I think he's the most patient filmmaker in history.
Yeah.
he's
It's
got
like making Sergeant Pepper's over 47 years or something.
It's the.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that as the years go on, I get
Crazy.
more and more impressed with what James
Yeah.
Cameron has done.
He's
too,
honestly,
because
he's like
also,
George. He's like George Lucas if George just decided not to make the originals until really the
Just
technology
waited.
got to where he wanted it to be.
Well,
'Cause
it's
that's Cameron is.
well. I
he's
mean,
like,
they say what the first Avatar. He said took him a decade to make just the
Yeah.
first
yeah, and he
one.
said this one's
Yeah.
taken so long because they created new 3D cameras that are compatible to actually film under the water.
Oh, man.
They're underwater 3D cameras to film this
Yeah.
thing. Because this whole thing is going to be.
I think the only problem with that is the casting because
That's
I mean
the thing.
when he started this and did all the principal photography,
Yeah.
Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan were huge stars. Like now, people don't even know who they are. It's just if you wait so long,
Yeah.
Buzz,
those ships sail.
That's the thing is I don't remember the actor's name, but the guy who plays Jake Sully, the main
Jake.
character.
Yeah.
He had an interview recently where he talked about it was a great
It's not
quote.
Wentworth.
It
What
was
is it?
really
What's his
tongue
name?
in it was really funny.
Worthington.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Worthington.
Yeah.
Sam Worthington.
Worthington.
I think Sam maybe. He was talking about how he had some good interview recently talking about he's excited for the new Avatar to come out, and he's like, we shot these He's like, some of these we shot so long ago, some of my scenes. He's like, in the original Avatar film, my character was in a wheelchair. By the time these films come out, I will literally be in a wheelchair myself. He's like, I will be so old when these final ones come out.
I will be.
He's like, I will be in a wheelchair.
Man, I know.
So
They're gonna have to write it into the story as
It's
like
funny.
he actually has
crazy.
to.
the actors are going to be so old by the end. It's like their children are becoming Avatar. James Cameron's like 112 and he's sitting there just tweaking with the technology underwater.
Man,
I
I
love
think. What else? What other predictions we got?
Let's keep
So
talking
we
about
talking about-
Avatar.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
talking about.
I,
This is great for our Star Wars cast.
Do we get an official release date for Bad Batch? Do they confirm it?
Ooh,
Actually, come out and say, "Listen,
yes.
I know we've done this 12 times."
I say yes.
All right, we're pre-voting.
Before I vote, just so you guys know, I say yes.
I'm
Nate,
gonna
you say yes? 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
No.
I
Yeah,
changed
no, I
it.
say yes. I say
Yeah.
yes.
Bad
I think
Batch
that's
date.
good.
They'll
That would
give
make
us a
me
Bad
feel
Batch
good
date.
as a Bad Batch fan.
I mean, what if you don't? What is the point of the day?
Who are you?
You give us
Especially
Pinocchio,
because
Love and
that's-
Thunder, and that's it. We need to.
Wait, Pinocchio, Love and Thunder?
Love and Thunder.
Pinocchio, and then the sequel, Pinocchio, Love and Thunder. I love it.
I'm a real boy.
That's Pinocchio. Welcome to the jungle. It's just gonna Pinocchio's lifting weights.
He's a friend from work.
Uncle Gus.
real
Uncle Gus. Calling
I'm a
lightning.
real boy.
Oh no, I'm on
He
fire.
hits the,
If you guys
hit
are
the Guns
listening,
N' Roses right as
What
it's going up.
burns?
if you're listening to this
Hilarious.
podcast back, please go stop right now. Come to the YouTube channel and watch
Someone-
what just
We
happened.
don't go.
please.
It's not Disney minus day.
Someone who's a skilled animator out there, make
Edit that.
I'm a real boy. Welcome to the jungle.
Pinocchio,
It's
Love
great.
and Thunder.
Or it's-
They
it's,
mix them together.
AC/DC, right? Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's predict
Okay,
that.
so-
Pinocchio,
man.
Love and Thunder.
Pinocchio, Love and Thunder.
The
5 minute.
sequel.
Jack's
5 minute
Pinocchio.
short.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
No. Oh,
We talked. So
Bad Batch. I think yes.
Bad
We've got
Batch.
to
We
do the
think
date.
yes. Do we think? Just kind of rolling through some of these a little bit quicker now. An announcement. Any sort of
Thought our pace was
announcement
good.
of they probably. I don't want to limit their possibilities. Do we? I was gonna say, is there gonna be a new announcement? Like, here's another show that we have coming,
Oh,
or
my
they
goodness, I
they
hadn't
finally
thought
just
about
like
that.
maybe we won't announce like any confirmation of Lando like they talked about from a long time ago. I mean, I'm kind of
For
on.
Disney Plus Day, don't think so. D23 maybe something, but
I almost wonder why. like maybe don't
Why
announce
not?
anything else new
don't think
until
they
you
will.
have announcement
Right.
dates. But also, I would never say no to more Star Wars stuff. Give
Right.
me outrageous
Yeah.
announcements that even I'm going, that's awesome. That's probably not coming.
I think
No,
we're
that
getting
looks
a
awesome.
I think we're getting a Kenobi season 2 announcement.
Ooh.
We'll see.
I'm just
Like
kidding,
that would be
I'm
some
just
things that are still hanging out
They
there.
might
Is
let
like
that lay.
Book of Boba Fett's probably not getting a season 2 just
No.
based on scheduling
I
stuff
don't
now.
think it's
Yeah.
going around again.
I even think that as big a hit as Kenobi was,
Give us a Fennec Shan.
I
spinoff,
don't
though.
know if that just based on scheduling, if a
Ooh.
Kenobi season 2
I think
would
that
even
might
happen.
be done too.
It's yeah.
What's up?
Kenobi season 2.
I said
don't think so.
even a season 2 for
I don't
Kenobi.
think,
I think
I don't think we need it.
just even for scheduling purposes,
Mhm.
it's just one of those
Yeah.
things that I don't know where it would fit.
Yeah,
It would be
I
years
mean,
from now
obviously, I
before we
want
come out.
as much content as I can. I love you, and McGregor. I just feel like they told the story they were gonna tell. Like
I-
if they
it-
do a
it-
season
I
2,
felt
it's
very
gonna
satisfied.
be a completely different story,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be a different story.
felt very
Vader, I don't
satisfied
see
by
how
what we
Vader
got.
could be involved again.
Mm-mm.
True. I felt
I don't see
satisfied
how-
with what we got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think we're done with that, and I am excited for the thing that's coming out tomorrow, though. Disney Plus. The what
yes,
are
the
they
making
calling
of.
it?
It's like the return,
The
or
Return
the
of the-
journey of the Jedi.
Journey of the something like that.
Something about
A
the
Jedi's journey or something like that.
something like that. It's the making of Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, I didn't.
But they're
know.
not
And
calling it the gallery.
Oh wait,
They're
we
calling
did
it
say I
something
did see
different.
Yeah.
that.
But
I did
it's
see that.
it's supposed to be a documentary.
And it
That's what they're calling
shows Ewan and Hayden looking at kind of watching some clips from.
Yeah, I'm excited
Yeah.
about that.
It'll be cool hearing them talk
Talking
about
about-
coming back, playing the character, and
You and talking
Yeah.
about Star
getting in
Wars.
the suit again.
Star
and-
Wars. I was watching Star Wars when I was
Star Wars.
the way
Star
the
Wars.
way I love when
He's so California.
Hayden's his
Star
his
Wars.
deeper older first time I saw Star Wars.
Star
Yeah.
Wars.
It used to be this whole yes, master, it's all this. Now it's Star Wars. May the force be with you. I don't know. It got away from me. But yeah, so tomorrow
That's good.
we've got we've got that coming because they've already announced that weeks ago.
Yep.
That's going to be on Disney Plus.
That's gonna be fun.
But new announcements, anything that's completely off our radar that'll be announced, probably not. What do you guys think?
I don't think so.
Why not? Just too much out there to
Yeah.
maybe throw something else in the mix when we need some dates on some other things. It's making me feel like when we're talking about some things that we expect tomorrow, there's not a whole lot that we said, yes, this is absolutely happening, other than maybe some trailers. We think some trailers and maybe some official dates. Maybe some official dates on Acolyte.
Yeah.
maybe
We
get a
could
little
get
bit of
that.
that?
I think we get that. Do you think of the stuff we've mentioned that could come this weekend, either Disney Plus Day or D23? Are there any of those things that we think are possible to come that will specifically come tomorrow on Disney Plus Day, and like aside from D23? Like of those
Probably
announcents,
Bad Batch.
you think Bad Batch?
Bad Batch is it feels it's like
Announcement.
it's a
Bad Batch feels
strictly
like-
Disney Plus thing.
Any footage you
Locked
think will
down.
come for Disney Plus Day? Or do you think
For
it'll
Disney
be
Plus Day footage.
When you talked about Mando being February, Mando was the beginning of Disney Plus.
Yeah, that was.
It feels like it needs to be a part of Disney Plus Day. It just feels
Yeah.
like now that we've
Yeah.
been thinking about it, you
That's
talked about
true.
the date. It
That's
just feels
true.
like it was
It is
the
Disney Plus.
thing that
Yeah.
launched
I
the
mean,
whole.
even at Celebration, I
agree.
believe
it
I
might
agree.
actually lead off the whole thing.
I agree. I'm
I
on
mean,
board.
there might be
even
something.
at
It's coming.
Celebration, I believe the Mando panel was called Mando Plus. Is what they
Oh.
called it because
'Cause
there were
it's-
multiple ways. It's tied obviously to Disney Plus, but it
Yeah.
was Mando Plus because that's where Book of Boba Fett spins off of. That's where Ahsoka spins off
It
of.
all
That's where because they
starts
talked
there.
about how that
It's the
is a
Mandoverse.
connected.
Mandoverse.
It's the Mandoverse. It's the connected
It's
kind of universe there.
Filoniverse,
So.
Mandoverse, whatever.
I don't think
you
they
want
can get away from it.
No,
Yeah.
I would see. I think that makes sense as far as
to- I think so.
for films. I don't think that's a Disney Plus thing. Obviously, for the
Right.
films, I think
Yeah.
that could be a D23 announcement. Maybe
Yeah.
Taika shows up to D23
Ooh.
and has an announcement of just
That's
like,
where
hey,
that would show
here's
up.
officially. Maybe it's even like, hey, here's the title, or just even here's the time period.
Here's the time period.
anything.
Because
I think we get something like that. I think so.
Disney Plus. I feel like we're going to be leaning towards the shows.
yeah.
But what
agreed.
other Star Wars D23 stuff would be there that's not Disney Plus?
You
That's a
made
good
me think
point.
of some
We got to
stuff.
lean towards film for the D23.
It's got to be
Games.
Oh yeah.
I think we'll get
Oh,
some.
true.
I think we'll get
That
some
could be
Jedi
true.
Survivor.
Jedi Survivor
That
stuff.
could be
Some
true.
Jedi Survivor stuff.
That makes
I think we
sense.
might get a full trailer on
Yep.
that.
I think there could be some publishing stuff as well.
Yeah, they still
As they're
need to.
going through
Oh,
the
yeah.
High Republic
That might
stuff
be.
like that they've been doing, there
There's
might
been
be a
Knights
new,
of the Old Republic remake announcements previously that now are in gray water.
Do
People
we
aren't
get
sure.
any? Do we get any Batu announcements? Anything from
Ooh, I would
Galaxy's
love
Edge?
that.
I wouldn't be
would
surprised.
Love a Galaxy's
think we'll
Edge
get-
We
announcement.
know
I
we
think-
know some stuff's coming.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
new characters that are arriving.
Mhm.
Yeah, they mentioned that. They said Mando is coming.
Mando's coming.
Mando, Boba Fett, Fennec Shan, they're all coming to Batu.
Although they did mention that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would love
But
even
yeah,
I don't know.
I would love some sort of announcement of an expansion of because we've
It's
talked
just
about
it's inevitable. They're
Of-
expanding it for sure.
Even the park.
Well,
expansion.
yeah,
it's-
that's what I mean.
It's time.
it's amazing
Yeah.
how quickly that all it seems like it just opened. But it's funny now that we're in this Disney Plus era of Mando, Obi-Wan, all this stuff that
The park
walking
is
through a
expanding.
park that's First Order and Ray based feels like
Feels
this
outdated
feels old.
already.
Feels
It
a little
does.
outdated.
It
Yeah.
This is
does.
interesting because at the time it was
And I
the,
think
at
that's
the
why
time it was
they-
the
yeah.
only Star Wars really out
That's all
there.
we had, right?
I think that's why they're making these announcements too, as far as Mando and Boba Fett and Fennec Shand, like them joining the park. Is eventually we're going to get an expansion to the park,
Mhm.
and it could be centered around towards all the projects, whether it's High Republic related or just the Mandoverse stuff. And then there's a spot for a young Luke to walk around because this is all Mando time period.
That's right.
Luke, it kind of bridges the gap, so you can show all these characters if they want to
Mhm.
walking around. Luke, Ahsoka, you can have all of them walking around.
Man.
Whereas that's not gonna really fit with First Order.
No, it
You
doesn't.
know what I mean? Unless it's like old Luke.
That's
or,
why they need to branch these out into
like different time periods.
different
or,
time periods,
Yeah.
planets, or
Yeah,
trilogies or whatever. That'd be so cool.
that'd be cool. I could see them doing that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited. There's a lot of stuff. So I mean,
You got to take the world between worlds to get to
Ooh, that's the hub.
That's the hub. Yeah, you
And
go
we can
in. It's
step
the
into
world
those
between
moments.
worlds, and you step in, and you're at a different.
Is there any chance?
Kanan, gotta get
Kanan.
in line for Smuggler's Run.
Kanan?
Ezra, but
if you do that, I die.
Yeah.
Kanan, we gotta get a fast pass. We gotta skip the line.
Ezra.
$100.
Ezra's $100.
It's called credits. Stay in canon. Stay in canon.
Why does it now feel like it's Ezra holding Kanan's hand?
Ezra? Kanan, we gotta get her right for Space Mountain.
Ezra.
I love it.
like
Bendu's
2
just
hours
watching.
long.
Bendu's
like,
just watching,
"We gotta get another
shaking
ice
his
cream."
head.
I love that Ezra's gone from like 15 to
Feels
now
like-
he's like 6.
Oh boy.
And everything he says is annoying to Kanan. Everything.
Ezra. Again with Smuggler's
Just
Run.
feels like that. It just,
I gotta be the gunner. I keep being tagged.
gotta go find Ann Morrow.
Yeah.
Ezra.
Ann Morrow.
Nobody has 2 first names.
That's so good.
I love it.
Said
Oh.
Kanan
Thinking of
Jarrus.
D23.
Yeah.
Is this going to
Yeah.
be would it be crazy
Yes.
if they went from no specific yes it would be. If they went from no specific formal announcement about what the next movie would be to now making multiple announcements.
Oh my goodness.
Is that because
Oh,
now
baby.
here's what
You mean
what I
like
say.
movie?
You know how like
trilogy?
Kevin Feige comes out and he does his whole, it's like on kind of
Yeah, he
famous.
does.
He's got the graphic.
He shows the
boom,
timeline.
boom,
He shows
boom.
the timeline.
And it gets people really excited.
Yeah.
Oh, I see where we're going. I see
Oh,
now.
which, by the way, I was gonna say,
Yes?
rumor has it too.
Yes.
When they did that with the Kevin Feige stuff recently,
Yes.
yes,
I don't know why I do that.
there were rumors at the time that apparently
Accidentally, some Star Wars ones popped
No,
up.
no, no.
Get that off of there.
I don't know if they were
wait.
just Marvel, if it was Disney in general, was holding out some of their biggest announcements for D23, and I don't know if that's just Marvel or if that's
Ooh.
Disney in general, but that was the
That, might
that was
carry
the word that
across.
was fluttering
Yeah,
around.
That
Is
might
that
carry across.
and they
Yeah, I
had some
can see
big
that.
Marvel announcements, titles for next Avengers movies and stuff, and
King
they're
Dynasty,
saying that
all of those things.
they're saying
came
that
out
some of the
recently.
biggest ones are supposed to.
I
come
would
at
not be
D23.
surprised if we get some Star Wars film announcements.
Because we got nothing at Celebration
Nothing.
film wise.
Nothing.
Not
And we've
even a
got
single
like
bit.
very little in the way of
I-
things that are solid.
I also feel like last year with Disney Plus Day, so many people were expecting Kenobi, and again, it was all just speculation. But the outcome of all that was on social media that people were kind of let down. That Star Wars did, like Marvel got a bunch of stuff that Star Wars
Star Wars is aware
community
that they were that
didn't
people
get
were a
as
little
much, and
disappointed.
people were disappointed.
And now it's grouped in with Disney. It's the day before D23.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
This is now a big D23 is Disney Plus Day. Last year we were all speculating like, what's Disney Plus Day? We didn't know
Yeah.
anything of what it was
Yep.
about. Like, is it a day that we all
Right.
just get on Disney Plus and watch? Like, is there
Is
gonna be
everything on
announcements?
sale like Amazon?
D23, yeah. D23 is actually an event
Yeah.
that they've done, a recurring event where they always make big announcements. So now Disney Plus leading into D23.
Yeah.
I do think that because they didn't make any film, specifically made 0 film announcements, didn't even comment on them at all at Celebration, that with D23, it feels like, especially because Kathleen Kennedy now, in the last few months, at least did one interview where she mentioned the fact that Taika's film feels like it'll be the next one.
Yeah.
And I know there's been some back and forth of whether or not the Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron is even going to happen. We're not sure about that.
Mhm.
But there's also the Kevin Feige potentially attached to a Star Wars film. There's Ryan Johnson recently said, well, I would
Wow,
like to do
stuff.
something. Again, I don't think Ryan Johnson's going to have an announcement while all of these Knives Out
Right.
projects are coming out soon.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, did you hear the Knives Out
Trailer
teaser
comes
trailer's
out?
coming out tomorrow?
Really?
Glass Onion. So that
Oh, man.
I know this is a Star Wars podcast, but I'm equally
Is that
excited
is
for
that an Amazon? Did Amazon buy that?
Netflix.
Netflix bought that.
Netflix, I believe,
But-
paid had
yeah.
to buy like $450 million for
Not
just
bad.
the rights of him to make
Yeah.
the movies with them.
Okay. Not
But
bad.
what I was getting at, getting multiple announcements, not like, oh, here's our next 6 Star Wars films. I don't think they're gonna go that because they don't want to have to adjust a lot of like Marvel goes, hey, June, October, and it gives you the dates. But even just, hey, we'll spend a few minutes. Here are our plans as far as the Star Wars films. Here's the direction it's going in. we have a Taika Waititi film, we have this film, we have this film, and maybe they're all heading in the same direction, or maybe they're not, or maybe like, hey, here's this, which is going to be, here's an announcement of Taika's doing one film, and then it's coming out, and then this is the next one in this time period. Any sort of direction as far as what they're doing with the films would, I think, be nice, because I think that's the biggest thing that we're all in the dark
For
on.
sure.
that we feel like
D23,
we
I
don't
think that would that feels
I feel like
right.
films definitely feels more D23, but I do think they are aware of the Star Wars fandom from last year, and they're going to give some stuff for Disney Plus Day.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I think they're aware the fans were kind of disappointed with the lack of announcements, and I think they'll take that into consideration.
Yeah. I think shows on Disney Plus Day, and then maybe a show, film, like maybe give a lot on Disney Plus Day of shows, but they have so many shows.
That's right.
that They can say some of those announcements to have more at
Actually,
Disney Plus, or
the
for
more we
D23
talk about
also, and then films for D23.
The more we talk about it,
He's out. He thinks no announcements.
I think I just really getting a strong feeling we'll get some film stuff for sure.
Not on Disney Plus
Disney Plus Day?
Disney
No,
Plus
on
is streaming, though.
D23,
right? I think so.
I think so too.
I think because at first I don't know, film still seems far away, but
I think so too. And I made a
I may
prediction
go as far-
30
we may
minutes ago
even-
that we wouldn't get anything until 2025. But I'm backing out of that
I think
now.
we might. I
feel
think
good.
we may even get a title for Taika's movie.
Ooh.
I think they might because like
Luke Skywalker, Love and Thunder.
we got stuff. We got a lot of
Everything's
stuff
Love and Thunder.
for. I'm just trying to think of what else. Like what else would be a big announcement for Star Wars? Like telling us the dates and stuff that they've already mentioned from Celebration doesn't seem like that big. Like
That's
those are
nothing.
good announcements, but that's not big.
We need
Like,
a
that's not-
teaser. We need
like,
a Taika
what- yeah.
teaser.
So aside from getting footage they already showed at Celebration,
Yeah.
to make it to the public, if there's actually a big new announcement, the biggest thing is obviously a film.
Mm-hmm.
So if they announce a film, that kind of pretty much settles everything of like, oh, what about Lando? What about like what new show? They already announced a ton of new shows.
And it
that are
feels
coming.
it would feel weird to announce Disney Plus stuff on D23. That feels like that's what tomorrow is for.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'll announce it there
and then show
point it
footage
back,
on D23 or something.
Point it back, or because there's not really an announcement. Disney Plus Day.
I think
stuff,
we get
stuff just appears on Disney Plus Day.
yeah.
It's not like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So D23 may announce stuff that then
I think we're getting
comes
film stuff.
back.
I think
Yeah.
we're getting a
Feels
I
like
have to
movie
remember
stuff.
exactly what you just point out. It's an
we're not
important
going to
thing.
always talking.
D23
Right.
is a convention where they get up on stage, they
And they'll
give a
tell us stuff.
presentation. Disney Plus Day is
Just things
usually
pop
like,
up.
oh, this trailer just leaked. This trailer just
Right.
posted
And
on
now
the internet.
Bad Batch
now we
has
can
a
see it.
date.
Right.
Or
Official Star Wars announcement, boom. But it's not. This is Kathleen Kennedy. I'm on here and I'm introducing
it's
the
just
new
a
cast
drop.
that comes out. It's a drop. It's here.
right.
Where D23 is where they dive into the whole production.
I think we get a film announcement.
Film stuff.
I think we may even
Is
get
it
a title.
possible-
Don't get my
I think
hopes
I think
up,
we
but
get
I hope so.
I
really
think we
hope
get a
so.
title and time period for
Ooh.
Taika's movie.
Let me, my people. Let me throw this out at the now we're talking about. Isn't it possible that we've got Disney Plus Day and D23 close for a reason?
Yeah, I think
Because
it's definitely for a
Because
reason.
now you can announce things at D23 that point right back to Disney Plus,
Yeah.
and the other way
Mhm.
around. You can
For
have
sure.
things appear that they.
Yeah.
I think.
That's
I
why
think
I think
they
that
may
even some
be
of the
closer
show
connected.
announcements. That's why I think even some of the show announcements
Might
they'll say
be.
they'll do. I don't think they'll do
It'll
any
appear
film
there.
announcements on Disney Plus just because that's a different.
Right.
That's not the same production. It's
Yeah.
not the same thing.
Mhm.
Disney Plus is for the things to be able to watch on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So I do think that the film announcements, if they happen, would be at D23. But I do think the shows
yeah.
have to be some of them announced. For D23, but then also maybe you'll get some footage of D23. Disney Plus
Yep.
is some film stuff posted maybe on there, and then maybe
Mhm.
D23 follows it up a couple
Talk
days
about
later with,
that. Yeah.
hey, by the way, the show that we just announced. Here's the date. Here's also
There's
that
also clips.
here's that Ahsoka. We just gave you the Ahsoka date.
And then it pops up
Here's
on
the
here.
Ahsoka footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of did some of that stuff for Celebration, where they
Celebration.
talked about
I do
the
still
first
think
day
we
they
Then
talked
it
about
appears.
Mando, and then like on
And
like
then it
Thursday, and then on
appears.
Saturday they go, and here's the Mando trailer.
Here
I
you
do
go.
still
Boom,
think
there
we
you go.
get Mando trailer Disney Plus Day.
I think so. I do too.
So
Just
tomorrow,
that
we think
feels
tomorrow?
that is Disney
I think so.
Plus.
That's
Mando
the-
is
when I
Disney
think
Plus.
of Disney Plus, I think of Mando. That's
Bad
Sarah
Batch
Doll.
date. Mando trailer.
Please, Bad Batch.
Another Andor. Something else. Maybe.
We may
Give us
even get
some
a Bad
Bad
Batch,
Batch.
another Bad
behind
Batch
the
trailer.
scenes.
Wait, I love it. They don't
Maybe.
ever give us a date. They just keep giving us more trailers. They're like, guys, we don't know when we're posting this. They just start leaking the whole show in trailers. Soon we go at the end of one.
We've seen all
at
of
the
it.
end of trailer 5, it's gonna roll credits, and then you're like, and then it's gonna say start episode 2. Like, was that the first episode?
Is that it?
We're
We're
still
in.
watching?
It.
Yeah.
Well, I thought of
50
it. I
trailers
also,
in.
while we were talking, I thought of a name for our behind the paywall.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
This is when the robe comes off.
That's it. Parentheses. The robes come off. Star Wars guy. Well, here I'll give you a couple choices. Star Wars guys disrobed. But I think what it really should be is
Kathy is definitely coming on our show
because of the great
because of
success
the great
that
content that we have.
CNN had. I think we should be Star Wars guys plus.
Star Wars Guys
Star
Plus.
Wars Plus.
Yeah,
That's never failed.
no, it works for
I
everybody.
like it.
You can have a little
Yeah.
like something goes over the top
ESPN
with a
Plus.
plus sign.
ESPN Plus.
Yeah, Paramount
Hulu
Plus,
Plus.
Apple
Paramount
Plus.
Plus. Yeah.
Now that I think about it, let's forget. Let's use equals. Star Wars
Equals.
guys equals.
Equals.
Star Wars
Star
guys
Wars
Because
division.
with the plus, there's a
Star Wars
We are-
guys
Pl- I'm
division.
plus.
division. Yeah, that's,
I'm plussed
we
with all the pluses.
that's the
Star Wars guys plus minus.
Minus.
there's a funny this is completely
degrees.
tangent, but the
Tangent. Star Wars guys tangent.
Star Wars Guys tangent. I love it. We're just
Tan
doing
and
this is it.
cosine.
Perfect.
Cosine, tangent. Sine, cosine, and tangent.
That's what this is.
This is Star
You
Wars
have to pay.
Guys,
Actually, you get tangents
I
for
love it.
free.
Yeah.
Star Wars Guys trig. I'm just doing trigonometry. When you said plus, there's a hilarious. We're big Norm Macdonald fans here. This has nothing to do with Star Wars, so this only takes.
I was
about 10
watching
seconds.
Hitler in the this
there's
thing
a-
yesterday. Is
It
Hitler and
is
Hitler's
so
dog.
good. There's
Okay.
there was a clip on YouTube of him on the James Corden show, and I don't remember what story he's talking about. Norm's telling some story, and he's talking with James Corden, and Norm's coming up with the words, and he's like, oh, and then so-and-so has this reaction, and he reacts like this, and he's talking about something, and James Corden goes, so he was completely nonplussed, and he goes, he was not nonplussed. That's not what nonplussed means. And then Norm immediately goes after him. He was like, that's not
That's
he's
not what
like,
that means.
He corrects him, and James
And
Corden.
Norm is really smart.
Norm's
So
really
it's so
smart,
funny.
and like James Corden made this. So he's like, he was completely nonplussed, and Norm goes, no, he was not nonplussed. Like, he would not let it slide. He was not nonplussed. That's not. And then he goes, no, he was, and then gives the correct term, but
That's
it's a funny
great.
thing. Like, quickly,
Non-plus.
even in the sake of
He
comedy,
was
he's like,
able to.
have your words correct. He's like,
Right.
it was not nonplussed. Now you're changing
He
the
was
story.
completely
That was
plus.
it. It was plus.
He was plus.
It
I'm
was
plus.
It was plus.
plus, baby.
I'm plus. I'm out there, baby.
Hey.
Oh, I'm plus.
Hey, Jerry, Bob Sacramento, he's nonplussed.
is getting plus.
George is getting plus. I love it.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm
Star Wars
excited
guys
for-
tangent.
Can't wait.
That's it.
Can't
Star Wars
wait.
Guys Plus.
Star Wars Day. Let's do Star Wars Day. Disney Plus Day.
Star Wars
Ooh,
Day, yeah.
it feels
Yeah.
like a
It
good
feels like
day.
Star Wars Day for us.
Yeah. Disney Plus Day predictions. Let us know what you guys think. If you've got any other predictions or what you guys want to see. I'm excited. Can't wait.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're excited.
Is anything launch at midnight? We have to stay up, or is it all like?
Maybe
I think
Thor?
I
I have
think it
no
just
idea. When
gets-
does Thor? When does
Oh yeah, true.
Thor?
We'll find out.
When does Thor: Love and Star Wars Guys come out?
Pinocchio, Love and Thunder.
Pinocchio, love it. Yeah, I'll have to.
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Man, we'll see.
Little Mermaid.
We'll
I'm
see.
telling you, Little Mermaid.
That's it. I love it.
That's my D23.
That's your.
Well, actually, that
D23
could
shot
be
in the
a
dark.
no. That's a D23.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
D23. That's a movie.
They
Unless we're
announced
going.
the cast. and
Unless we're
everything
going
for
Disney
it.
Plus movie, which they've done.
That could be.
Yeah,
But they
but-
announced
yeah,
the
they announced
cast.
cast a
It's
while back.
musical and
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, man.
I cannot wait. Well,
A
what's
whole
great
weekend
is
of
by the
events.
time that we record our next podcast next week,
Wow.
we will know the answers to all of
these.
And then by the time we cast the next one, we will have watched. Am I doing the math correctly? Are
We will
there
have
yet?
some.
We will have.
No, not
we
yet.
will have
Wait.
watched.
We will have
7.
watched.
We'll have watched. We'll have
We
some
will
Andor.
have watched Andor.
We'll have some Andor answers.
We will.
Ooh, man.
We'll have some Andor answers.
Andor and ones. I don't
And
know.
ones. It's Andor just playing basketball against a. I love it. It's
I
just
love it.
playing against some stormtroopers. And one.
And one. And or.
Andor.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Can't wait for Disney
Oh.
Plus Day.
One more final.
We're gonna pick a date.
We are going to pick a date.
I
Let's
also
do
should
it.
say, in full transparency, I'm stalling to get a quote. Keep going.
Yeah,
we're
keep
gonna
going.
we're gonna pick a date sometime soon to do our giveaway.
Why don't we just do it the first cast after Andor?
That's true. We'll get a good viewership. Hopefully, everyone
Hopefully,
tunes in live.
Andor.
Make sure people know whenever we do tell people this.
Be 2 weeks.
Whenever the cameras are recording, make
Yeah.
sure they know you got to be watching live. Tell them.
Yeah, you
Okay,
gotta be
watch
watching live. Make
Maybe
sure
2
they
weeks.
know.
2 weeks, right?
2 weeks from now.
And we can start
Yeah.
putting stuff out.
Well,
there.
we're gonna do a giveaway to people that are tuned in live. We're gonna give away some Funko Pops, some phone cases, so some Star Wars
Well, not that.
merchandise, maybe even some shirts, right?
Oh yeah.
Some merch.
Ooh.
So we're gonna be doing a giveaway, just as a way of giving back to the community, to you all for supporting the channel. We're really looking forward to it. Can't wait. Yeah, Andor's right around the corner, so we're excited for that. Obviously, once that starts, we will get back into our, following the episode podcast. We'll do episode reviews.
Doing our breakdowns, baby.
We'll do our breakdowns. So looking forward to that. Those are always really fun, diving in, week to week for the episodes, and we'll get 3 episodes on the first day.
Really?
3
True.
episodes.
3
Wow.
episode.
So that's going to be a deep
launch.
dive. We may have to go for a
Wow.
4 or 5 hour
Wow,
podcast
wow.
that day.
Which makes me wonder, why 3 episodes?
Why 3?
What date are they trying to get?
Yeah,
we need
They're
to
trying
sit
to
down
finish
with.
by a certain time.
I almost said a map, but the correct term is a calendar. Sit down with a map and figure out what they're doing.
Figure out what dates are
Calendar.
happening.
Just find out which.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long is the gap in between? Maybe at the end of Andor, we get
Mhm.
Bad Batch.
Yeah,
Maybe tomorrow we'll find that out,
Man,
that's right.
and maybe I'll let Nate finish.
Maybe.
Anyway, thanks.
Maybe
for
I'll
tuning
just
in.
keep
We
talking.
Time to come out with a quote.
We appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and smash that notification
Hey,
bell
yes.
if you haven't already, so that you can keep up on when we go live and you don't want to miss the giveaway. So thanks. We appreciate it. And until next time, may the Force be with you.
What is she proposing? I tried to really put some oomph into that one.
That's just the greatest.